Where were you born?
In Haiti.
And what part of Haiti specifically?
To be real, I don't even know. I came to America when I was like 3, so.
And when you came to America, where did you locate exactly?
The first place was North Lauderdale.
Okay.
That's in Broward County, Florida.
All right. And how long did you remain there for at that point?
Until I was about 10 years old.
And then where'd you go?
Pompano.
And do you remain there today?
I don't know. I don't live there no more.
Okay. What happened
But I still live in Florida
though. Where do you reside now, area-wise?
Florida. Still in Florida.
Close to Pompano?
Yeah, close to Pompano.
I see.
Yeah.
And do you remember what age you left Pompano?
I think I was 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we kind of put a little history here of the different moves in your life, the different locations, but do you remember the reasons why you moved to each location?
I remember why my mom left Pompano, yeah. Cause like she didn't want me growing up in a bad environment. I got kicked out of school, so I went to thugging it.
What grade was it when you got kicked out?
11th grade.
And you never returned?
No. When we moved, I went to school. I went to school somewhere else, and then I graduated from there.
Okay. And what were you kicked out for exactly?
Just fighting, not going to school, just, I don't know.
Do you remember what stemmed those fights back then?
It used to be like a lot of Haitian and American stuff, like beefing, a lot of beef, about dumb shit though.
Racial type stuff?
Yeah, like Haitian versus Americans.
I see. Do you remember why you moved to America at 3 years old?
No, I don't even remember.
Okay. Just curious there. You mentioned your mother in this interview. What happened to your father?
He's still around. They're married.
They are married?
Yeah, they married.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up in a 2-parent household?
Yeah.
Looking back at your life, do you appreciate that? A 2-parent household coming from that?
Yeah, I appreciate it. A lot of people don't get that. I was blessed.
That's true. I do a lot of interviews, and more often than not, people come from split parents, broken homes. It might not even be the parents' guardian, being their guardian at this point. It could be grandparents or somebody else.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to your parents, do you know what their secret is for staying together this long?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Now, growing up for you, I know you don't remember too much about Haiti, but the Broward County city, what city was that again?
Pompano.
Pompano.
Yeah.
What was that like for you growing up? I know you said it was, did you say it was rough or a bad environment?
Yeah, it was rough. It was pretty rough. A lot of drugs, a lot of violence, you feel me? Like, a lot of shit. You see a lot of shit when you're out there.
Did you get immersed into that, or were you able to avoid some of those things?
A little bit immersed to it.
I know we talked about a few locations. Was it just Pompano, or was it another city you mentioned that you had moved to?
I lived in North Lauderdale before that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was like growing up over there as well?
Same shit.
Same thing.
Yeah, same shit.
Now, when it comes to this rough environment, what do you think the roughest moment for you was growing up that you experienced?
What do you mean by that? Like the roughest, like the toughest thing I've been through?
Yeah.
Shit. A youngin' or like as I got older?
Whatever you care to share with us.
Shit, just going to jail, like going to jail, and then going to jail for the first time, my mom crying. Like,
was this juvenile? Was this jail as a juvenile or as an adult?
No. It wasn't that juvenile.
Was it a charge you were able to beat?
Yeah, I beat it.
Now, you said, you mentioned a phrase. You said at a certain point in your life, you were thugging.
Yeah.
Does that mean street activity?
Yeah, that means like you You say fuck it, you don't give a fuck. Like, you just out here.
When it came to the street side of things, what types of things did you get into back then?
Nothing too serious. I was just laid back, chill, but hustling.
When it came to hustling, this was petty stuff, or did you get deep into it?
No, just petty.
Now, when you're hustling out there, I imagine that you keep it away from your parents. You hide it from your parents, I would say.
Yeah, I started off selling CDs as a young, like, you feel me? I always been a hustler, so, yes.
It started with CDs, and then
Yeah.
it got a little deeper than that?
Nah.
CDs was as deep as it got.
Like, when I was young, yeah, CDs was as deep as it got. Yeah.
But it switched to another hustle later on?
Yeah.
When it came to CDs, it was like bootleg albums?
No, CDs, like, like music, like, it used to be something back in the day called wal-mart, so, you feel me? I used to just download the music on wal-mart and sell them. Sell CDs in school.
You would download like albums, or you would download songs and make it into like
albums,
a mixtape?
All that.
I see.
Yeah.
This was happening when you were in school?
Yeah, like 7th grade. 8th grade.
What's the most you made off with that hustle?
I don't know. I used to just spend a lot of money as a jet, like buying shoes and getting fresh.
I see. You had a CD burner?
Yeah, I had a CD burner.
How many CD burner? I forget what you call it, but how many?
Like the CD-ROMs, it was like 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. And when it came to hiding stuff like this from your parents, when you actually go to jail for the first time, is that when they find out you're in this type of stuff?
Well, it wasn't even that type of some other shit. So, but yeah, they kind of knew though, cause I got kicked out of school. I wasn't going to school no more, so they kind of figured it. But Haitian parents, like, they like to be in denial, so they kind of, you feel me? It was in their head, but they didn't really want to put it out there. Right? They didn't want to face the reality.
You started off hustling CDs, and then it got to something else. I see you're kind of tight-lipped about that.
Yeah.
But do you think that was CDs as you know? Do you think that was a gateway towards something past that?
Yeah, it was.
Now, your parents tried to persuade you away from that side of things, I would imagine?
Yeah, they tried to.
And you do graduate high school.
Yeah, I graduated.
I know sometimes when people start getting into hustling and things of that nature, sometimes they drop out. They don't go back. For you, what kept you motivated to finish? Was it the nature of your parents?
That they, like, Haitian parents, one thing, you gotta graduate. Like, that's one thing. You gotta go to college, all that shit. But I don't know, it was kind of easy for me because I had people, like, doing my work, right? So it was kind of easy.
You cheated your way.
Yeah.
Was it just a little bit of cheating, or?
No, it was just a little bit, just my senior year.
I see.
Yeah.
After you graduate high school, do you further your education at that point?
I tried to, but it didn't work out.
What'd you do?
I tried to go to college for like a month.
And what college was it?
Indian River State College. It's a state college.
And why'd you choose that school? Out of all the schools you could have went to, why that one?
It was just close to home.
So you still lived at home and attended that school?
Yeah.
Does that school have a reputation? You know, schools have reputations about...
I don't even know nothing about the school, really.
Oh, I see. You attend this college and you drop out.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your reason?
I went to making a real deal money. So I was like, shit, ain't no point of going to school. Fuck it.
What was your parents' reaction at that point?
It was over. They washed their hands already. They done already washed their hands, so ain't nothing they can say about it. Fuck it.
They're still okay with you living at home, or do they want
nah,
to kick you out?
Oh, you talking about at that point?
Yeah.
Right now, I don't live at home right now, but around that point, I was barely even home around that point. So.
I see. When it came to getting money, did you ever get a job?
Yeah, I had a job.
What did that resume look like? What'd you do growing up?
Like, what you mean, like the resume looked like?
Like, what jobs did you hold growing up?
I just had one job. So I was working at Subway.
And what was your role at Subway?
I'm making subs.
And what led to that job back then? Why that job? You could have chosen any job, I would imagine.
That's the only job that called me. I was filling out job applications, but that's the only one that actually called me and hired me.
Was that job tough?
It was easy. I was hustling while I was working, so that bit was easy.
You were hustling while you were working?
Yeah.
You were hustling at the job?
Yeah.
It was CDs, or was it the other thing after that?
No, this other shit.
Why would you bring that hustle to work with you? Why not do that off the clock?
Shit. And people wouldn't work.
Did others notice? Other employees?
Nah, nobody noticed. Nah.
Never got in trouble for it?
Never got in trouble.
And these, I would imagine, were clients or customers that you had already. It wasn't like you were...
They were just friends. They were just friends. Like homeboys.
You weren't pitching it to somebody new that you saw coming into the shop?
No, not like that.
I see. Now, aside from that, hustling while you were working, was there any crazy stories that happened at that job? Anything that happened out of the norm?
At a job? No, nothing.
Did you end up quitting that job, or did you get fired?
Yeah, I had quit.
And what was your reason back then for quitting?
I don't even remember. I just got tired of it. Matter of fact, it was the manager. He had called me, and he was like, "Oh, switch." Like he had called me. He was like, he don't like what I was wearing or some shit. And then he told me to go home and switch. But shit, I ain't never come back.
I see. Because you worked at Subway, are you sick of that food?
Nah, I'm still eat Subway.
If you could, would you ever consider owning a Subway yourself?
Yeah.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you were in school, what kind of, I know you cheated a little bit, you admitted to that, and you got into some fights, and you did get kicked out at one point in the 11th grade. But overall, how would you describe what kind of kid you were in class during your schooling years?
Sometimes you'd be goofy, but quiet too. Like high school or like middle school type shit.
Whatever you care to share.
I don't know, like elementary school, I was bad, like hard-headed. Then middle school, I was just always talkative. And high school, I used to just chill, like quiet. As you grow up, like you feel me, you stop all that jet shit. So high school, I calmed down. I used to be chilling in class.
When you say goofy, are we talking like class clown?
Nah, not no class clown. I used to just like, we used to crack a lot in class. Like middle school, we used to crack a lot. So.
And were you part of a certain crowd back then?
A certain crowd?
Yeah, when you were in school.
Nah, I just used to hang out with my homeboys in high school.
How big was gang activity back then in your city?
It wasn't really. Now it's big, but back then it wasn't really. It was just like neighborhoods. Like you got certain neighborhoods on like this neighborhood, certain cliques. It used to be cliques, ain't really gangs.
Were you ever in a clique yourself back then?
Yeah, the same niggas I grew up with. That's it.
Now, how young did music start for you?
When I got kicked out, I tried to rap. I rapped for like, I say about a couple months, then it didn't work out. And then I just started rapping again 2 years ago.
Why didn't it work out the first time?
I don't know, they had the money, I guess. Like, I dropped like 2 songs with my homeboy, but that's about it.
Were you promoting a song back then when you were in school?
No.
Did you ever take music classes when you were in school? Did you ever join the band? Did you ever do chorus?
I think I joined, not the band, but yeah, I think I joined the band, but I didn't join it just to join. I never used to go to that class because it was like an easy class. So I just had the band class, but I never went there. Like the teachers was easy on you. It ain't like math. You gotta, they check in to see if you hear it or not. So I just got it just to get it. I never even went.
Were you playing a specific instrument or you were just...
No, I ain't play no instrument. I probably went to the class one time.
Oh.
That's it.
I see. Yeah. Do you regret that? Do you wish you would have taken that serious? Wanted to learn an instrument perhaps, or no, not interested?
No.
When it came to rapping, just curious here, were you ever the type that was freestyling, battle rapping maybe with other classmates when you did try it the first time?
I never battle rap with nobody.
Ever participate in talent shows growing up?
No.
What about sports? Ever try your hand at sports growing up?
Yeah, I used to play football, Little League football.
Little League football?
Yeah, receiver and safety.
Why not take that on in middle school, high school, those type of days?
I couldn't make the grades in the high school. I tried high school.
When you graduated from a different school.
Yeah.
Now, I know sometimes when kids change schools and go to a school where they go with classmates they didn't grow up with, sometimes that can be tough.
Nah, like, it wasn't tough. It was actually easy because I'm from, like, where I came from, it was hip. So where I moved to, it was, like, lame. So they look at you like, oh, damn, this kid's from over here. He's the new cool kid. And everybody just, hey, glorifying you and shit. That shit was easy.
So it sounds like you had a good situation there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the other way around. Like you'll see television shows or movies where the new kid comes.
And then like they bullying them.
Yeah, and they're like the end of the bottom of the totem pole, and yeah, not for you.
Mm-mm.
Just curious here, did you ever win a superlative before you graduated? They give out these awards in the yearbook, like most likely to succeed, biggest flirt.
No, I ain't win nothing.
None of that.
No.
When you did go to college, did you do that right away? Did you graduate high school and go right into college, or did you take a break before you tried it?
I think I went right away. Like, graduated, and then after summer, that's when I started going to college.
Did you get some sort of scholarship?
No, I didn't get a scholarship with it.
No grants?
No.
So it was financial aid or student loan
aid,
or out of pocket?
No, financial aid.
And any regrets on that? You dropping out of college? I know you didn't get much under your belt, but hindsight 2020 looking at your life, did you make the right decision? Do you regret that?
No, I don't regret it. I see a lot of people, they go to college and then shit, they struggling out here. They go to college 4 or 5 years, be having degrees, and go back working at Walmart or some shit. Like, I don't regret it.
You don't?
No.
Now, growing up, I do want to talk about your family here a little bit more. Growing up, financially, what was that like for you? Now, in America, people get placed into certain financial classes. Mm-hmm. There's poor, there's lower middle class, there's upper middle class, there's rich. How was it for you growing up?
I just say my mom, she always made a way. Like, even, you feel me, she always had to keep a job, but she always made a way, so.
Was your family ever able to move higher up financially in class as you grew up, or did they stay at that certain level?
So as I got older, yeah, but when I was younger, when I got older, yeah.
How were they able to move up financially?
I started helping out, around.
Was that something she asked you to do? She asked you to help out, or you do that on your own?
No, I just used to do it on my own.
Now, because you were able to experience a higher level of financial status growing up, when you were at the lower level, right? What did that teach you? What did you learn from that?
Stay down.
Now, any siblings?
Yeah, I got a little sister.
What's that like being the oldest on the ladder?
A lot of responsibility. Like, you gotta be a good influence. So it's a lot of responsibility.
Have you been?
Yeah, I'm a good influence.
Let's say somebody's watching this interview and maybe they're the oldest on the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you would say to that person? Oldest on the ladder.
The oldest person on the ladder. And they watching this interview.
Yeah.
Shit, just take care of your family. Like, just set by example. Cause like the little kids, like they watch, like whatever you do, like they just adapt to it. Cause like technology, like Instagram, like, whatever they see, like out there on Instagram, that's what they want to do. Or like, just I don't know. I just say like be a good example. Like.
When it comes to music, anyone else in your family do music or just you?
No, just me. But my mom just said my little sister, she know how to sing, so I gotta see what's that about. But she said she know how to sing.
How much in age is the difference between you and your sister?
I think 12 years.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Has she been in a recording studio yet?
No, not yet.
Hasn't taken it that far?
No.
What does your family think about your music career at this point?
They're just waiting for me to blow.
Parents supportive?
My dad, yeah.
Supportive right away, or did he have to warm up to it?
Nah, right away. Because he knows it's going to bring a check. That boy about his money, so.
Now, what does he think about the music itself?
He probably don't even understand what I'm saying, like, what I'm talking about, so. But he know I rap, like, he know my rap name, all that, so he probably just don't understand what I'm talking about.
But he has listened?
Yeah.
What does he think about the cussing?
Don't really say nothing.
Have you ever had a chance to perform live in front of him?
Nah.
Not yet.
No.
Now, when it comes to your mom or your dad here, best advice they've ever given you? What's one thing that just either of them say that just sticks to you?
Shit, not everybody your friend. Like, don't think there ain't no such thing as friends. Like, not everybody your friend. Your own friend will take you out and, you feel me, backstab you, whatever. She always preach that in my ear.
Has that happened to you before?
Yeah.
Are you able to spot, before somebody backstabs you, are you able to spot that before that event even happens?
Sometimes, like, you could tell, like, but, like, you don't, like, sometimes you second guess it, so you just like, nah, fuck it. You feel me? But really, you supposed to go with your first mind.
This advice, and did you, I think you said your mom said this to you?
Yeah, my mom.
Are you following it today? The advice she gave you?
Here and I have, yeah, I say yeah.